Hiya guys, West Country Explorer here. As you can see behind me, it's Winchester Cathedral, and I'm going to be walking the Pilgrim's Way from Winchester Cathedral to Canterbury Cathedral. It's about 140 odd miles in all. Different websites give different distances. I think Wikipedia says it's about 119 miles. The guidebook I've got says it's about 140, 150 miles, something like that. But it's over 100 miles, so I'm planning to do it in about 8 to 10 days. Yeah, and I did this walk about 5 years ago now, back in Easter 2018. I think it was Easter 2018 I last did it. So I'm gonna do it again because it's been a while and I just fancy a nice long walk. So then guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be obviously I'm not gonna be doing one long big video because that would be a massive long video. So what I'm going to do is for each day's walk I'm going to do a video, so be about 8 to 10 videos in all. So guys, do you fancy joining me on my walk from Winchester to Canterbury? If you do, stay tuned for all the videos. Hope you enjoy. Right, just behind me guys is the shrine of St Swithin. He was a 9th century Anglo-Saxon bishop of Winchester. He was born around 800 and died around about 863. Yeah, and his saint's day, the sort of St Swithin's Day, is the 15th of July, and there is a bit of a legend proverb that says if it rains on St Swithin's Day, we're going to get rain for 40 days. So yeah, so on the 15th of July, see what the weather is, guys. If we got rain, it means we're going to get rain for 40 days. So according to the legend. So yes, I said Winchester Cathedral. It's so lovely, so magnificent. It's well worth a visit, guys. Well worth a visit, I say. Right, it's about 10 o'clock now and I'm just leaving the cathedral. So just down there along that tree-lined avenue. Yeah, like I said, come through a bit of Winchester town centre. Not a bad little town really. I quite like it. Little church of St Lawrence there. Butter Cross, Market Cross. Here we have part of the town centre. Now, Winchester was the Anglo-Saxon capital of Wessex, and it was I think, was it King Alfred? I think King Alfred sort of helped found the city, if I remember rightly. But like I said, he definitely had it as the capital of Wessex. So yeah, very old historical place, Winchester. Got a lot of history to it. So yeah, like I said, nice city, very nice place indeed. Yeah, that's the gatehouse to Hyde Abbey. There used to be an abbey here. Guess what happened to the abbey? That's right, 16th century. Good old King Henry VIII. That's a gatehouse there. I'm not going to record inside because as I got close I spotted there's a homeless person just inside having a bit of a sleep. So yeah, I thought it was a bit rude to be filming in their rallies there, so I won't disturb them too much. There you go, the old Hyde Abbey gatehouse. The Hyde Abbey was the final resting place of Alfred the Great, his wife and their son Edward the Elder. I think it was probably about 9-10 years ago, something like that. I think it was round about that time ago. Archaeological dig was done and bones were found, and it's been proven that the bones that were found were the bones of either Alfred the Great or his son Edward the Elder. So the final resting place has been found. So yeah, so this is where they finally put to rest. Getting very close to a busy main road, which I'll be going under in a minute or two. There it is. There's going to be a underpass along here somewhere. Beautiful countryside. Disturbed a bit by the noise of the road. Hey ho. There you go, there's the footpath I've just come along. There's a tunnel system under the road. Can't see much. There's a bit of naff graffiti on these walls, not that you can see it, but it's not what I'd call the artistic graffiti, it's the slightly naff variety of graffiti. When you're going along a main road, these are, and there's like, see, this is a little bit between the two main road bits. When you're going along the main road, you don't really see things like this, you're just concentrating on driving. But yeah. So only as a walker you get to appreciate these little bit of undergrowth and all that. Farmer at work, spraying his crops. Don't know what he's spraying it with. Some kind of chemicals, I'm guessing. distant rumble of vehicles on the M3. Alright then, let's carry on. Here we are, St Swithin's Church, Martin Worthy. Just signed the visitor's book. When I did the Pilgrim's Way about 5 years ago, I signed the visitor's book here then. So I've just had a look back through the visitor's book. Found my name, I signed it on the, was it the 3rd of April 2018? I don't know if it's my imagination, but it sounds like a little bit of music being piped through the church. Oh, somebody's left their thermos. Oh dear. Oh, damn it. How about that sign? This lich gate is set up in grateful memory of our parents, Henry Thomas Gilson and Anne Ellen, his wife, 1933. So St John the Baptist Church, Itchen Abbas. I was just walking up past Abington Park Golf Club. I realised I'd left this back at Itchen Abbas Church. So just left my bag by the side of the sort of driveway, legged it back to the church to get this, and now come back. So yeah, I'll tell you something, my memory's terrible at times. So I'm gonna have a little rest now and a little drink and sort of regain my breath and all the rest. Setting out into be a nice warm day. Very lovely. I'm at St Peter's Church in Ovington now. Lovely little church. But over here, just going to take you over now. There's this solitary little doorway. The original church used to be here, to all accounts. But then it obviously got rebuilt there. And this, it's all that's left of the original church. Yeah. I stopped at the Bush Inn at Ovington for a bit of lunch. I had a lovely little burger. So very nice. If you're ever in the area, I definitely recommend the Bush Inn. So it's spitting distance away from New Alresford, sort of Ovington is. So yeah, if you're in the New Alresford area and you fancy a pub lunch, go to the Bush Inn at Ovington. So yeah, I'm just skirting around the edge of New Alresford now, so I'll soon be sort of bypassing that. So I'm about, what, 9 miles in, something like that, roughly. Yeah. Now this morning, as I was going along the route, I was stopping at a few of the churches to sort of stamp my pilgrim like passport booklet thing, and I was also signing the the visitors books in the church visitors books. Easter 2018, that's back when I did the Pilgrim's Way for the first time. I was doing the same thing. So as I was stopping at the churches to get the stamps, I was signing the book. So this morning when I was signing the visitors book, I was sort of looking back sort of through the pages back to 2018, sort of seeing when I'd signed it sort of 5 years ago. I must admit, back then, I think that was probably sort of the first proper long distance walk I'd done, sort of the Pilgrim's Way 5 years ago. And back then, I didn't know what the next 5 years was going to bring. So it's quite interesting sort of thinking back to then and sort of how things have changed and sort of what's happened over the last 5 years. I tell you, sort of doing this walk today, so I start the route I've done so far, it's brought back some happy memories of when I did it 5 years ago. Yeah. Looking a bit overgrown, but here's some watercress beds. Some on this side as well. It's one thing that Alresford's quite well known for, the watercress beds. Now here's a path through a field that's very nicely and clearly defined. Easy to see. Some paths through fields is very much the case of, am I actually on the path? They're not that well defined. But this one is nice. It's nice. Right, so I was walking along this track, minding my own business, and out of the corner of my eye, I spot this. Cardboard cutout of Charlie bloody Chaplin. Made me frickin' jump out my skin. I mean, not being funny, right? I reckon pretty much most people, if they're walking along this lane, minding their own business, and they suddenly, out the corner of their eye, catch a sight of him, they'd probably jump out their skins as well. Charlie bloody Chaplin. Well guys, that's me done for the day. I'm in Old Downwoods. I'm going to do a little bit of a twizzle around so you can get an idea of where I'm staying for the night. End of day one, and I've lost track of how many miles I've done. I've done a few. Can't even begin to guess. So somewhere between 10 and 20, I know that. Yeah, I'm making good progress. I'm happy with how it's going. It's been a lovely day, absolutely lovely day walking along. Day one down, and possibly 7 or 9 more days to go, depending on how quickly I do the rest of the journey. So yeah, I'm happy. I think I'm going to risk not bothering putting the tent up tonight. I think I might just put my roll mat down on the ground and just sleep in my sleeping bag. So it's a nice warm evening. I think I'm not going to bother with the tent, so see how it goes. And if it starts raining in the night, I'm a bit knackered, so not good. But anyway guys, thank you for watching this video. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, keep your eyes open for the rest and follow me on the rest of the journey.